New numbers from the Nevada Department of Public Safety show 26 people died in traffic crashes on state roads last month. That is up one person from the same time last year. More than half of those fatal wrecks were here in Clark County. And the top cause of the deadly wrecks, impairment and speeding. And that's not the only concern officers have with some of these crashes. The department says half of the occupant deaths they saw were from people not wearing a seatbelt. The Nevada Office of Traffic Safety Public Information Officer Andrew Bennett joining us now live to talk about this. Well, that's not the way you'd like to start the year, I'm sure, Andrew, but there was some hopeful news maybe in the early year?
And that's our goal, is we hope we ended the year with 2 months down compared to 2019. So to see a slight increase in January is concerning. And again, talking about those stats that you saw, with the half of the occupants being unrestrained, we hope that at the end of the day, people are getting the message, but we have much work to do to save those lives on our roadways.
I guess I was referring to from last Thanksgiving's numbers, which were awful. So this is actually an improvement on that, isn't it?
It is. We definitely had, again, the pandemic months were brutal, but to see, we do believe we are heading in the right direction on a few points.
All right. We hammer this topic home all the time, but seatbelts. Tell me about their importance.
At the end of the day, the single most important thing that you can do when you get in a car is buckle up. Nobody ever expects to be in a car crash. They happen all the time. And unfortunately, the only thing that can really save you is if you happen to get in a crash is that seatbelt. And that's why we hope that people do get that message to buckle up. It is the law here in the state of Nevada. You are required to wear it in any seating position. And we hope that people choose to buckle up.
Yeah, just going down to the grocery store is not an excuse not to wear your seatbelt. Now, what about the Super Bowl event? We're always warning about drinking and driving around that game. Any arrests, any fatalities last night?
So last night was a great success. We partnered with several different law enforcement agencies across here in Southern Nevada, and it resulted in 36 DUI arrests. We hope that we would have zero, but people will make that choice and they have to be held accountable. But the good news is we did have zero impaired driving related fatalities and zero fatalities overall last night around the game. And so that is a great success in our eyes.
How many checkpoints were there last night? Was it with NHP, all the jurisdictions around the valley doing that?
So last night we actually did zero checkpoints. We did a saturation patrol all across the valley with Clark County School District Police, Metro, NHP, North Las Vegas, and Henderson, making sure we just had those additional resources on the streets and available. And those arrests were just people making traffic violations, and that investigation resulted in 36 arrests.
Yeah. Finally, we're in winter, bad weather, makes for bad drivers. What's your admonition?
We hope that anytime that we do experience weather, that people take the extra time, allow themselves a few extra space and time to get to their destination safely, and hopefully, again, have a strong start to this year with a reduction in fatalities.
Can't say all these reminders enough. Thank you, Nevada Office of Traffic Safety Public Information Officer Andrew Bennett. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Dave.